our dances. You can't just get on your head and start spinning around just because you want to. You can't just do a windmill because you want to. You know, on those social media shows, they never do a b-boy routine. Why not? Because nobody else will be able to do it. But then they say to the b-boys, oh yeah, you guys need to go take a couple classes. What? Somebody do our routine. Why you just put us in the contemporary routine? Somebody give us the b-boy routine and watch us kill that. And then watch all those contemporary dances go home. They never give you that. They never give you that. They want to let you have the idea that because you're a street dancer, that you don't have technique, and that you have to take those classes. I have nothing against other styles, really. I do love other styles, and I say that, but I love my dance. This dance has brought us all around the world. When we started doing these dances, they said we would be nothing. They wouldn't let us in studios. So I'm very passionate about this dance. You know, I have my degree in business. I quit my job for street dancing. I quit the business job for street dancing because I was that passionate about it. And I knew we could do something great. I knew I was going to do something great with street dance. So this is why I tell you guys, take the time to learn. You know what I'm saying? Really take the time to learn the technique and foundation so that when people tell you something, you can answer them like, no, I have answers for you. I go to a lot of workshops around the world, and a lot of the teachers that say they're teaching hip-hop don't know any of the dances. They can't even begin to explain what hip-hop is. It's not cool. You know? Some of the moves have variations. Some people have a little bit different names, but 90% of the moves have the same names, just because of where you're from sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But if you do your research in history, you know you have the movements. You have something to teach. If you want to last forever, you will be that way. I'm telling you, every 4 to 5 years, a new dancer comes out, a new popular dancer comes out. Where are they now? I ask people all the time, how come you can't travel around the world all the time and teaching if you're so dope and you're so new? Because they have nothing to teach. After a certain style, after a certain moment. People get tired of just learning the same choreography all the time. I was going to do a little bit of choreography tonight with you guys, just to show you my style, my feel, and my choreography. But I just figured it was more important for us to just go over these movements a lot more and just really put it into our system, because you can always learn choreography. That's another part. I'm not telling people don't learn choreography, because that's another part that's going to help you when you have to do showcases. You do need to know choreography. You're going to perform. You're going to be professionals. You do need it. But what I'm saying, if you call yourself a street dancer, then you better know your shit. You better be able to say, yeah, I know my curriculum. I know my foundation. I know my dances. That doesn't mean you have to do them all the time. Be a street dancer. That means you're in street dance school. I can do every street dance. I can still break if you really had to. If my shoulders hurt, I can still do that stuff too. Even though I was whack, I can still do windmills. I can do 1990. I can do 6 steps. I can do all that stuff. Because I'm a street dancer. I can lock, I can pop, because I'm a street dancer. But my major is hip-hop. My minor is house. I made my name in hip-hop and house, because that was my focus. That was my generation. I'll still pop on your ass. I will. I'll show you some of my floor moves. You're like, damn. Because that's what it should be. You should be a student of this street school. Now, you don't have to like everything and do everything. I tell people all the time, focus on what you're best at. But then start to bring in some other styles into your dance so that you can say you're knowledgeable as a street dancer. That's what we're missing today. That's a big thing we're missing today, because a lot of street dancers, or so-called street dancers, only know their style too. You go to jam sometimes, oh, the locking song comes on, all the lockers come on. The music, house music comes on, the lockers come on. House dances come on. House music goes out, hip-hop music comes out, hip-hop music come on. It's like, why are you guys like stuck in one style? Be a dancer. Be a dancer. So a lot of those choreo kids, nothing wrong with choreo, but I said, but you guys aren't dancers. I hate the fact that in today's society, they make it seem like dancer is easy. That's a beautiful art form when you become a great dancer. They take it away from us by making it seem like it's easy. It's not. My mom, my dad can dance, but I'm the dancer in my family. I'm the dancer because I'm the one that took to the artistic form where it's high level. I give the same comparison. If I was a pro athlete, I would hate if somebody said, oh yeah, that kid down there who's throwing the ball, he can't throw it 10 yards, but yeah, he's the same. Or if I was a dope artist and I came along and I just drew a stick figure, oh yeah, great. Dance, that's what they do in the dances. Everybody's good. No, you're not good. You're not. You have to practice. It takes years and years and years of studying and dancing to be getting dope. And that's the truth. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but it takes years of sweat and tears in this dance to become dope. And you have to have pride in that fact. You have to have just the same amount of pride as if you were going to go to Kung Fu class. You can't go to your sensei and be like, not today, man. That's old school. The same moves over and over again until you become excellent at it, right? If you're going to be a professional athlete, if you're going to be a basketball player, you can't say, oh, I'm not going to take jump shots today. Jump shots are out. I'm just dunking all day. You won't make the NBA, right? The same thing has to go for what we do in street dance across the board. I'm on a mission to change street dance mentality. I'm on a mission to change street dance and say, you know what? We have to make ourselves like skateboarders and BMX riders. Because the events are that dope. The events are that dope that we should now be making money and giving money to our dancers that battle. I'm tired. Nothing against other events. I have nothing. It's cool to try to do events, but what I'm saying is what I'm trying to do now is give motherfuckers money. Real money. Because it's time to get back. We have to care about our culture enough to say, you know what? Let's make the big money. Let's make the big money. Skateboarders, when they start winning, they win $150,000 for a contest. And then they get sponsored and they get endorsed. They become millionaires off of skateboarding. I go to Camp Woodward every year. It changed my mind, changed my thinking. But we have to help our community also change. Invest in yourself to say, you know what? I'm going to go to this camp because it's worth it. Because then maybe somebody will see me. Maybe it'll help me get better. Maybe it'll give me that chance. I tell people all the time, I'm not from New York. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I got the name Mileage because I used to drive back and forth all the time.
Hey.
All the time. You know how much that cost me back in those days when I was 18 and 19 years old? That's back in the late 80s. It cost me $300 to $400 to go to New York every weekend. I had to hustle to get that money. That's $12,000 a motherfucking year every weekend that I went. $12,000 a year. There's what today say, oh, that sponsor's too expensive. You're fucking whack. You're weak. Go out and find the money to go to these contests. The dope dancers go to those contests. Hurricane, Firelock, King Charles, all these guys, they pay their freaking money to go to Europe and start showing people who they are and they make their name. My first job, I wouldn't be here today. Get on the plane, Bobby. Get on the plane. Come to the Men in Black video. I'm working in my office. What? Yeah, and there's no such thing as cheap tickets back then. There's no online sites back then. I had to get a ticket for $1,200. For maybe, I didn't even know how to do choreography. I didn't know any choreography. I made my name as a freestyle dancer. But I took the risk. Took $1,200, got on the plane, didn't even have to audition. Just sat there watching everybody audition. Shit, I don't even know, but I learned that shit. I killed that shit. Sneaker deal. I have new sneakers coming up. Be ready. They're crazy too. But only crew that have no sneaker. You know why? Because I sat there. They called me up and they said, "Hey, get on the plane tomorrow. We're having a meeting in Taiwan. You want your chance? Come to the meeting in Taiwan. We're having it Friday. It was Wednesday night. That means I have to leave Thursday morning." $2,500 ticket. $2,500 ticket to maybe get a sneaker deal. But I knew I was going to get the sneaker deal. I knew it. I believed in it. I invested myself every day to become great. Every day. Quit my job because I knew I was going to be great. No matter what people said, how whack